Today we're on the Gold Coast and we're going to talk to Aaron from ASG. Aaron, thanks for having us here on Haltech TV at ASG. Mate, it's been a while since we've come and visited you, about 4 years I think. You're now in this new building.
Yep.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
We've been in this building about 2.5 years now.
Right.
Very happy with the change. We've more than doubled our floor space. We've gone from a 350 square metre workshop with 2 hoists and 1 dyno to a 750 square metre workshop with 6 hoists, 2 dynos and an engine room, and 250 square metres of mezzanine.
So a small upgrade.
Yeah, it was a small. It was a overdue upgrade, is what it was. Yeah, we've grown so much over the last few years, from travelling overseas with race teams to being back to a workshop, that we just doubled our size and customer base really quickly when we were in Currumbin, and we moved down here because it centralises us to the southern Brisbane client as well as keeping us with the northern Gold Coast stuff. So we're right in the middle now.
Yep. And as always, you've got some really cool cars around here. Would you give us a look around?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, mate, here's something we don't see so much anymore these days, an actual Holden V8.
Yeah, it's a rare thing.
Yeah.
This is a new customer to our ASG Motorsports business. They've recently had a bigger 671 style supercharger on this car.
Through the bonnet sort of thing?
Yeah, through the bonnet stuff. They've tried to look at the future of where they want to go with the car. They've put a Harrop supercharger on it, and they've brought it in with a Haltech ECU wire up that they've had a few unsuccessful bits done to it, which they've tried to achieve themselves. So we're just rectifying the wiring, sorting out the distributor setup, and getting the Haltech ECU on this car up and running for them.
And this will be a really cool, clean cruiser once it's done.
Very cool, clean cruiser, and the car's a credit to the owner. I think he's pretty much done most of the work on this car himself up until the point it's come into this workshop pretty much for a tune. But we found a few little glitches in the wiring, so we've just rectified that.
And this is a cool thing here. Is this it's a Sigma?
Mitsubishi Scorpion.
Okay, yeah, two-door.
Two-door version. It's a very cool car. Mark from next door at the panel shop has been building this car himself for a while, and it's came in for a Haltech Elite 750 wire up and a tune.
So that is an Astron, a 2.6 Astron?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So Mark's done a couple of little changes with the build process along the way. Naturally, going to fuel injection, brought us in a manifold. We've cut and shut the manifold to suit a throttle body setup that he wanted. And then he's proceeded to do pretty much all the work on this car himself and all the upgrades. We've done a little bit of fabrication here and there to help him get through. And we've now got to the point where it needs to be wired up and get the car running, using IGM 1A Haltech coils and a few bits and pieces. We've put a little 750 in there for him.
Yep.
And today was the first day we got it fired up for him. So Next stop, when we can find some space on one of our dynos, we'll get it in there and we'll get it all tuned, and he can go and run that new motor in.
So mate, from old school to new school, let's go have a look at the Commodore.
Yeah, come and check it out.
This is really your bread and butter, isn't it? The LS, the turbo, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, look, we've been given a bit of an LS branding for our workshop because we do a lot of LS cars. So cam packages, LS builds, and the Commodores are a big thing. I'm a big fan of horsepower no matter what you make it out of. I don't care whether it's a 4-cylinder or an 8-cylinder or whatever. The customer that owns this car came in, originally got a cam package, was happy with sort of 430 horsepower and a manual car. And then it went from that, can I get a supercharger? So we put a supercharger on it.
It's a bit addictive though, horsepower, isn't it?
It is.
You get used to it and you want to go a bit more and a bit more.
It is, and those that have been in the LS game sort of know that the sustainability of an engine at 700 horsepower on stock bottom end, it's doable and it's achievable. But if you want to be someone that wants to go to an event 3-4 times a year and not have any problems, you do really need at that power level a little bit more than a stock bottom end.
Yep.
The engine's super capable. Like, we all know this already, like it's a known fact. But yeah, to get that reliability out of it, to be able to just go to an event, not have to ring up the workshop and go, hey, I've broken some shit again, can you get me in on Monday?
Yep.
You need something a bit more reliable. So we offer a 408 cubic inch cast iron block, factory heads as an engine package. This is our 1200 rear wheel horsepower street package.
Okay.
So on E85, I guarantee that motor can make 1200 horsepower reliably. And we drive them around. This car will drive around. It's a street car. We've got a multitude of cars running this engine package, which you guys have seen in the past. We've got Tiranas and Capris, and the list goes on and on. But that's our package. You know what I mean? You can just walk in the door. You can buy that 408 package. From there, we sort of step up to something a little bit more serious, like the engine that's in my wagon, or my panel van and that, or similar to what was in Richie's wagon that made over 2,000 horsepower. And we go to our 427 cubic inch platform, which has aftermarket 6-bolt heads and a whole heap of extra things in it. But there's quite a big price jump from that. This is a pretty affordable package on the market within competition that we're sort of in the industry.
But you mentioned diversity, and you like the people who do 4 cylinders and stuff like that. Yeah. I noticed there's a little 4-cylinder thing down in the back corner there.
There is.
Pretty diverse. Can you have a look at it? So, Aaron, what's going on here?
Well, this is one of our customers that's got a pretty serious Toyota Supra that we've got a Haltech ECU on and one of our build engines in. He decided that in the off-season, he'd like to go salt racing on a motorbike.
Right.
On the salt flats. So he decided to build a 600cc class bike for a specific event at the salt flats. And in order to get the power he required, he needed to do a turbo on the bike to make the power. And then to manage it, we decided to put a 950 Elite ECU on it. So,
cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool little bike.
Definitely not something you see every day.
No, it's not. And, my customer that's got this bike had a really good run with this in the last season that he raced it. But it rained. He made a record-breaking pass in the 600 class, and then it rained for the rest of the weekend, and he couldn't back the record up. So he still doesn't have his name in the record books.
Yeah.
Hence why
the bike... You've got to go both ways.
Yeah, you've got to go both ways. That's right. So hence why the bike's here at the moment, where we've had it on a dyno, we've tried it and given it a couple of runs with a turbo on it, and then we've replaced that turbo with a different size turbo because we're looking for a specific power band. So yeah, we're just yet to put the back up on the dyno and give it a run and see how it goes.
And it's a Yamaha R6.
It is.
It is.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's a dirty old R6 that's had a hard life. It's been to the salt flats, so everything's starting to look a little aged and rusty. But yeah, it's amazing how much the salt gets into everything.
Okay, so we're back where we began with the panel van. Last time we saw this, you were just celebrating a win at Grudge Kings?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're a little bit outgunned at Grudge Kings in the OG 315 class, but managing to be consistent on the day and just having good runs, making good reaction times and just laying down consistent passes with a Chicago shootout format got us to the finals. And yeah, come away with a win. It was debatable. There was a little bit of an issue there where people thought we crossed the centre line, but we were about probably 12 inches away from the cone.
Right.
Had to pedal the car and the side pipe actually blew the cone over. So yeah, we were awarded the win in the end, and yeah, come away really happy.
Well, mate, I would love to know more about it mechanically, and I'm sure these people would too, but I think they're probably going to have to wait for the Haltech Heroes video that's coming out in a couple of weeks maybe.
No worries.
All right. Be sure you watch that.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, smash that like button. We put out a new video every week and sometimes even two. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more awesome content.